News, Mississippi.
For the Daily Digital, I'm Courtney Carter, and today is March 9th. Deadly plane crash in Attala County. The pilot and the passenger both dead. Now, the pilot, his name was Alan Ross, and the passenger, his name was Mark Denson. The Federal Aviation Administration has stepped in. They're helping with the investigation to see what actually caused that plane to go down. Now, when it comes to weather this week, there's good news and there's bad news. I'm going to save the good news for later. Here's what's going on as far as bad news is concerned. Bad news. North and West Mississippi, up to 4 inches of rain by Friday. And then along East Mississippi, you can see up to 6 inches of rain by Friday. There could be lots of flooding, and here's why. The ground is still wet, still saturated from all that wet weather that we had last week. So if you're living and driving along the Yazoo, Big Black, Tombigbee, or the Upper Pearl Rivers, go ahead and make sure that you've got a plan for the flooding that can take place. And now here's the good news. At least we don't have to worry about tornadoes. I was speaking with Greg Carbon, who's with the National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center, and he says that on average, March usually sees about 5 tornadoes every single year, and then that goes up to 9 in April. This year, however, not seeing that much of a threat, at least in the immediate future. Now, when we go from March, as we move through the month and into April, that's when we really need to start paying a little bit more attention to the weather and the tornado threat that could come with that. But as of right now, even though we've got all this flooding and all this rain and some thunderstorms, not an immediate threat for tornadoes just yet. And gas prices are expected to stay about where they are. Oil expert Trilby Lundberg, she says that it's because crude oil prices are starting to stabilize. So what do you think about the gas prices? You can let us know on Facebook or on Twitter at news_ms. For the Daily Digital, I'm Courtney Carter.